Good morning, friends. This video is meant for every one of us, and we are going to talk about personal growth and personal development. Friends, you may ask this question: what is personal growth? Well, personal growth is defined as growth of an individual's capabilities and capacity as an individual, as a professional, as a human being, or as a resource person. Developing your capabilities and preparing your attitude to face the challenges of life is very important. In the fast growing world of technology, it is very important to go for personal growth. People often think that simply achieving academic qualification is enough. No, in the fast pace of development, technologies have made us work like machines, and we need to update our skill and improve our efficiency. Friends, it is very important to improve and to enhance our personal growth. For that reason, it is important to understand why do we need to develop ourselves. Besides achieving academic qualifications, it is very important to have the personal growth. That means you are going to enhancing your strength, your capabilities as a human being, as an employee. It not only enhances your efficiency of work, it also makes you capable of, you know, get better employment and prove yourself more contributive to your organization. So it can help you, personal growth can help you use your skill efficiently in the workplace and advance professionally. Friends, in the fast growth of technology, it is very important that we should always try to grow as a very productive human being. What do you mean by productive human being? Who can be a productive human being? Well, a person who is mentally grown, a person who is socially developed, a person who is spiritually strong, and a person who is physically strong. So, the first aspect of personal development aims at mental growth. What do you mean by mental growth? Mental growth totally is the growth of your mind, how you think and how you learn. Even the small children often, face the problem of slow mental growth. The reason is that they are not exposed to the activities done by their parents, which can make them exposed to learning new things, new words. So they are not even given the textbook. The parents, don't give them the textbook to read. They don't tell them any stories. They don't interact with their children. Because of that, nowadays what is happening, that the children learn everything from the teacher or from the internet. So their mental growth is very shrinked, or you may call it very limited. Earlier what happened, that the children used to read a number of books, stories. They were exposed to different, spiritual and moral stories. So their mental growth was far better than the children of today. The children of today have skill of learning through technologies, which is not very healthy in the long run. If you think that your children are learning from internet, they are actually learning just a part of the requirement. The whole they can't learn. Therefore, friends, it is important that we should focus on improving the children's mental growth. Mental growth also relates to how your cognitive functions affect your behavior. Often, the cognitive functions affect our behavior. Our knowledge, cognitive means knowledge, what we know about, what we learn, and what we know about the world affect our behavior. So that is the reason why the children these days are growing hyperactive. They are aggressive. They are not ready to listen to their parents, because their cognitive behavior, their cognitive function affect their behavior. They have little knowledge about things, and therefore they are not willing to go far ahead in their depth of the knowledge. Their cognitive behavior is not ready to accept exposure to different aspects of life. So improving mental attitude can benefit anyone, especially in the workplace. Performing simple tasks such as staying informed about trends and updating yourself in the field of your work, making gradual improvement in your mental health can help and enhance your productivity at work. Friends, the second aspect of development is social growth. And by social growth, we mean communicative skill, development of a communicative skill. If you're working as a manager in a company, and if your communicative skill is very poor, you are not able to communicate to your employees in a better way, you are not able to communicate to your friends in a better way, that will always lead to confusion, and that will really derail your development. Therefore, friends, it is very important that you should aim at your social growth. Social growth entirely depends upon your communication skill. Some professions focus on different aspects of technical skill, while they should know that communication skill alone can help develop all the professional skills. So developing communication skill requires exposure to languages, exposure to interaction with your employees, with your friends, learning how to become an active listener. It is very important that we should always have clear listening ability. We should also have situation and activities which provide us lots of listening activities. What is happening these days, that the young children lack communication skill. They only know the communication work till conveying their answers in the exam. Other than that, if they are asked to speak on different topics, if they are asked to interact on different social problems, they actually get stuck into that. So they can improve these social skills by developing their communication skill, and that can be done just by becoming an active listener. Allow your children to be an active listener, allow your children to be interactive with the other people, allow your children to express themselves, and try to supervise their activities, particularly when they are discussing about any matter, whether they are coming with their points or not, whether they are coming forward with their approach arguments or not. Then comes the spiritual growth. The third important growth of the personal development is spiritual growth. Friends, connecting yourself to the spirituality depends upon your holistic development. By holistic development of your cognitive skill, your psychomotive skill, as well as your spiritual aesthetic skill. You must be highly eager to know who you are, your personal or your inner experience. Your spiritual growth depends totally on how you really understand yourself, how you introspect your behavior, and how you act. The culture, the belief, the experience that you are achieving from the society, are they really being inculcated in you or not? If you are not inculcating the social, cultural, and spiritual growth in your behavior, that means you are only becoming like a machine. So the spiritual growth totally depends upon the culture, the belief, the experience that you are carrying through in your day-to-day life. Then the last one is emotional growth. The emotional growth of a person is very important to develop his personality. How you manage your feelings and how you react to a situation, that is totally dependent on your emotional growth. Poor emotional growth people always have outburst of emotion. They always react in an angry manner, or sometimes they disapprove of the suggestions given by the other people. So if you are emotionally strong, that means you are ready to face the challenges of life, you are ready to handle the anxieties and stress in life. It is very important that at workplaces employees should be made to understand that their emotional growth is very important. Once you are emotionally strong, you are able to face the challenges, cope up the stress in life, overcome the anxieties, and you can contribute your and to your skill to the society, to the organization you are working at. This can assist you express your emotions efficiently and react to the situation in a positive manner, and also have the patience to listen to other people. There are situations that the youth are not ready to listen to their parents. It is only because their emotional growth is very poor. They are not in the situation to develop their understanding, and they have not learned to react in a positive manner to the situation. They are not ready to express their emotions. They often start crying. They often start the violent behavior. This is only because they have not learned to cope up with the stress and challenges, and they are not ready to listen to the advice of the parents. So we should always have the endeavor to make ourselves emotionally strong and learn to react to the situation in the way it is required. And for developing emotional skill, it is very important that we should adopt an appropriate behavior in our workplace, in our home, or wherever we are. It is very important to develop our emotional behavior and emotional growth. That is how we can really go for the personal development. And friends, in the days of the fast growth of technologies, it is very important that we should always try to update our knowledge, skill, and keep us updated to the coming circumstances, because the challenges that we are going to face in day-to-day life are not the one that we faced 10 years ago. We are going to cope up with the growing demand of the society. We are going to cope up with the growing stress of the society. So we have to learn to be mentally strong, emotionally strong, physically strong, and spiritually strong. Then only we can have the holistic development of our personal growth, and we can really have a complete human personality, which is required by the society, by the nation, or by the family at large. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Eddie Singh on the channel Easy English by Eddie Singh.